They say it's what you make, I say it's love to fade. It's woven in my soul, I need to let you go. Your eyes, they shine so bright, I wanna save that light. I can't escape this now, unless you show me how.
Defender of the sharp as ever. Our asses. Time for a chat.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Yeah, that shouldn't be in the game yet. Oh, what am I doing? Selling. Throwing weapons. Although I've not seen her throw a dagger. They're thrown. She hasn't thrown them either. Okay.
Take care now.
Heading out.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Too dark to tell.
Hey, it's Alan! Let's say hi!
Karlach! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
Give us the good news.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
Thank you.
Didn't catch on fire.
I can't believe it. Thank you, Damon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
Thank you, Devon.
Yeah. Apart from the doom and gloom, you've given me more than I could ever hope to repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
This is the best day. The best day!
Worried about what Devon said about your engine. Need to get back to Avernus. It's gonna blow.
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
Wouldn't be forever, just long enough to find a solution.
You heard Damon. There is no solution. It's hell or bust. I choose bust. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that. Please.
Alright, I'll leave it alone.
Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little.
Best be on my way.
I've definitely seen that ox before.
It's you. What are the odds? So glad you're all right. Well, as all right as any of us. A makeshift Harper's Fire might not be where I hope to set up shop. But maybe I've got something you can use anyway.
There's some infernal iron here.
I hesitated to mention this back in the Druid's Grove, for obvious reasons. But no one has earned my trust, if not you. When Elturel was dragged into Avernus, I was drafted into a devil's smithy. It should have been awful. But infernal metal is like a wild horse. Powerful, exuberant. It'll kill you if you lack technique. I can sense some. Smell it almost. Somewhere in the area. Underground, maybe. Out there in the shadows. If you find it,
In
bring
my
it to me.
backpack.
I'll make something incredible.
I think I found some.
Absolutely. Rare to get your hands on this stuff. Well done keeping it to hand.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
Where am I needed?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Like it's well be done.
No time to rest.
Need anything?
Found this metal in a place called Grimforge.
It's perfect. Really. Just a moment, I'll be able to work this one quickly.
What? What did I give him?
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
Okay. So that was more Infernal Iron.
Need anything?
Well, well, well. I knew I smelled something. And I know just what to do with it. One moment. There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
Okay, gauntlets.
Need anything?
The other ones are gone now. Hellish masks.
Using something that's already fabricated is tough. But I can try. How many do you have?
3.
I thought I sniffed American scent somewhere. These must have been a pain to get a hold of. American masks are brittle, so what I make won't last as long as my usual pieces. There. Be careful who sees you using that. Might draw the wrong sort of eyes.
Bombs.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Let's get going.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Need anything?
See what you have. Life-stealing sword. +2 bow. +2 strength. Oh, good. Got 20 strength. You'll have 22 strength. Oh, bound or pack weapon. Thorn blade.
I'll be here if you need anything else.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I applaud your taste.
The pride of the gate.
It's not. No, wait a minute. Wrong one.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Some money. 1,700.
I've got a long road ahead.
If death is soon to take Karlach, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
Okay.
Need anything?
How much is this? Alright. Oh, God's sake.
I'll be here if you need anything else.
What's next, I wonder?
Action, not reaction.
Sword.
A hero at heart.
He's better off just using Eldritch Blast.
Get going.
No time to dally.
Assume nothing.
Looking ahead.
What else did we buy? Swordmaster gloves. The hell? Where is the sword? Oh, there. It's not going up. Oh, yes it is. It's not showing that it's going up.
Indolence breeds madness.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Come on, let's go!
Let me work my magic. Blade at the ready.
Okay, that's everything I brought in.
Alright, what now?
Sharp as ever.
How many loots have we got?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Excellent choice.
Well, somebody can play and 3 other people can't.
No one stopped me yet. Time to press ahead.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
I should speak up.
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa! How'd you learn to fight like that?
Had to. Life didn't pull any punches. It was up to me to learn to take a hit and deal one back.
I've been tossed around a lot too. I want to learn how to fight back too.
From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ha! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time. It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
So what you got? Okay. I don't worry about that. Cannot be surprised. You gotta wield the fishing rod. Alright.
Pleasure doing business with you. Don't be shy.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Story. Good. Will they done? We don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
All right. What now?
I'm ready.
Action, not reaction.
Premium trinkets and doodads.
Direct me.
Defender of the people.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I finished with the concert.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
What's up for discussion?
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, my gods!
To your very good health.
To your very good health.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. As I hear about you, something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
It's trying to, but I'm resisting.
And you're certain you will continue to resist?
Yes.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
Who was he?
General Ketheric Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
Try to be.
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
All these days are numbered, I'll make sure of it.
Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered too. Yet you selflessly offer to spend them fighting alongside us. I like you. I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise.
Towers are surrounded by shadows.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Right.
Seems that way. Making me sweat.
Well,
Lastlight's best bargains right here.
she's already got it on from last time.
La la la.
Listen.
Ah, you found your way. Good.
What are you doing here?
I thought I'd scout ahead. Check for any nasty surprises.
Alright.
Of which I found a great deal.
No shit.
Shades, death, harpers, flaming fist, and this, of course. And the makings of an alchemist's workbench. Ingredients, too. There's a recipe I'm trying to replicate. Something that might help you. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others.
Of course.
In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the deep gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren.
How did the deep gnomes get trapped in the towers?
They didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. taken against their will by those cultists. If I ever get my hands on one of them, well, with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The brilliant retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
Okay. When will it be ready?
When I'm finished making it.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything I can do to help?
Unless you've got access to a 300-year-old Tempusian apothecarial almanac? No. But that's for me to worry about. You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
So does he trade or not?
What now?
Trade?
I'm sure you would.
I can't. I don't. Okay. Okay.
Now, if you're done rifling through my things.
Trinkets and doodahs.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Maul's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Maul. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
Gal's right. Put pressure on him. Attack the pieces in front of Cyric.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
Is that why you're here, to play games?
To play the game. The vast lance board of souls. But don't you worry about Maul. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. A long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
Scars.
You haven't told them. And you've kept your clothes on this whole time. How unlike you. Why not let them see? Don't be shy.
Concentrate.
Don't worry. I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
Well, now you know.
Must have been excruciating.
Cazador works on it from dusk until dawn. All with an ancient blade he called his needle. Cutting and tearing. Starting over if I screamed or winced too much. It was a rough night. But what's done is done, so how about we stop talking about it and just get on with things? Although I should probably get dressed first.
Okay.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
I'll have to blur that out. Oh, I use the sensor thing.
Looking ahead.
Can't give up now.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
No shit. Need to warn her to stay away from Raphael before it's too late.
We should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
I hope you're right.
You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Moll would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
Yeah. Now, what I was trying to do was...
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Talk to this cat.
Hiss! I say hiss!
What do you mean you no harm?
And yet you harm me by your very presence. This is my territory, and you're in it.
Apologies, I'll keep my point.
Indeed you will. Or you'll find my claws planted firmly in your dangles.
Keeping an eye on those children from Baldur. Maybe not one.
Okay.
Moving it.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. If not over, then through.
Nice to see a friendly face come out the shadows for once.
Floric.
I should speak up.
If you have an alternative...
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Wyll? Gods, please, no. The Blade of Frontiers was supposed to be my secret weapon. We believe the cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. I don't suppose you found a way in?
Not yet.
I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Wyll. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
Ravenguard's still captive in Moonrise?
My role here is limited. I can be put to better use convincing the Council to send reinforcements to help rescue the Duke. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art Colour? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
You mentioned Thaniel. Who is that?
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him.
Let me have a look at him.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Probably not. Although, we can get some guidance. Right.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself. Without a reminder of who he is, of what he held dear, his mind will remain lost to the darkness.
Did you already check his personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
Okay.
Is that the House of Healing? Wonder what he found.
So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. I never really told you the story of me and Gortash, did I? Let me set the stage. The year, Tenir. The place, a sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Gortash. I respected him so much at the time. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. I never found out what Gortash got in exchange. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Well, we'll make him answer for what he did to you as soon as we get to the city.
Oh, the city. Baldur's Gate. Home. I can almost taste it, you know. Not even Gortash can spoil that.
Never a dull moment. Something's on my mind.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? We need you, sir. We found him out in the
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell. Yet it has not broken.
Maybe he was a musician.
You notice the distinctive calluses on the man's hands, the kind only developed from decades of playing the lute.
A lute?
You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me.
What's that sticking out of his pocket?
What's that sticking out of his pocket?
You notice the distinctive calluses on the man's hands.
Okay.
How much further can I go?
Never a dull moment. Best be on my way.